If you have watched our weather reports, then you have definitely seen it. A large aquatic machine on the East Liverpool weather camera.
Well, you've probably wondered what this piece of equipment is sitting on the Ohio River here on the East Liverpool weather camera. Well, I decided to contact someone and find out exactly what it is.
You might think that this is a barge, but it is actually a dredge that digs up sand and gravel from the bottom of the Ohio River. It is owned by Bryan Materials Group out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and the fourth-generation manager, Thomas Bryan, can describe its purpose in eloquent fashion.
The dredge has a continuous bucket elevator, which I'll show you up front.
Okay.
Brings material up from the bottom of the river inboard. It's then taken to the top of the dredge with another bucket elevator, which you'll see. And from there, gravity takes over. We shake it, we wash it. Anything that's too big, we crush it, we wash it, we shake it, and it goes out to the barge.
Wow.
We load 3 barges at a time.
Dredge it, crush it, wash it, shake it. The concept is simple, but the machinery is complicated. First, you start with digging up the raw material.
Cables support a long tubular digging boom, if you will. We call it the ladder, but it's a boom. On that boom at the very head of it is a giant spool, 6 feet in diameter.
Yeah.
Around that spool goes a series of buckets. Think of a chainsaw, but instead of cutting, it's got buckets on it. We'll see them inside. It gently goes along the bottom, scoops up the material, brings it up inside the dredge.
Wow.
Each one of the buckets holds 1,500 pounds of raw material. They're cast austenitic manganese. They work harder. The more you work them, the harder the material gets. That's the feature of austenitic manganese. This was stuck in one of the buckets this morning. We had to dig it out. Find something like that every once in a while.
Yeah. Wow.
So they had to dig it out.
Yeah.
Once the buckets have gathered the raw material, they are taken higher up into the dredge where they are washed and sorted by size. Some of the rocks that are taken up are already small enough to be transported on the barge. Other rocks are too large and must go through the crusher before they can be placed on the barge for transportation. You might think that a piece of equipment like this would require copious amounts of fuel and produce quite a bit of exhaust. However, the machinery, which was designed in the 1950s, is extremely efficient.
This is the top of our exhaust.
Oh, okay.
We have a scrubber on it to clean the exhaust. So that's it.
Oh, very nice.
That's the whole thing.
Wow. That's it? That's the entire exhaust?
The entire dredge.
Wow.
This production is incredibly energy efficient. With the generator that we have producing the energy we need, I burn about 26 ounces of fuel for every ton of material that we
Wow.
Yeah.
26 ounces?
26 ounces.
So now you've seen what this wonderful piece of equipment does for the valley. It's incredible what you can find in this area. With Storm Team 27, I'm meteorologist Adam Clayton.